Thank goodness we don't have to go back there till next year.
Looking to keep up with Liverpool, United travelled to struggling City in the Manchester derby.
That was Ranson. Oh, that was misjudged slightly by Buchan. Power. That's a nice early ball. Dana! Almost there. Henry! Tony Henry! And City take the lead. And again, City win the ball. They've been winning it so much more in the second half than they did in the first. That's perhaps the difference. They've had more possession. Daly running into his man and still getting up. Oh, good ball. Bennett. Robinson to his left, number 9. Good try. Oh, that's a goal to grace any derby match. Mick Robinson.
United and Liverpool are still neck and neck at the top, with Crystal Palace now up into third. There's a festive mood at Wembley as England celebrate European Championship qualification by blooding Newcap's Glenn Hoddle and Norwich City's Kevin Reeves.
The side tonight led by Phil Thompson, standing in for Kevin Keegan, who has had to return to Hamburg, including 2 new caps. There's one of them, Glenn Hoddle, followed by the other, Kevin Reeves. Glenn Hoddle, the most naturally gifted of a crop of youngsters of quality. Watson already in his accustomed position. France is occupying the near post. Reeves a little bit further over. There's Watson on the corner of the picture. And here's Hoddle. Teasing chip. And it's found, it's goal. Wilkins. Francis, and here's Hoddle. Well, you won't believe this, but he said to me before the match, it could be I'll get one. What a delight for Glenn Hoddle. And what confidence for that one. Spooned up with the side of the foot into the roof. Well, we're seeing the start of a man who's going to be a very big name during the 80s.
People might pinch your caps and your medals and whatever, but your memory, hopefully, please God, stays with you. And that is a memory that will stay with any player when they play for their country. But to be able to score and, you know, what was a very, very nice goal, I can, you know, still see it now.
The goal rush continues at Anfield. Middlesbrough, the latest lambs to the slaughter.
This is McDermott, that's very nice. Oh, and what a delightful goal by a man having a quite delightful season, Terry McDermott. Here's Phil Neal up from the back as well, and Hansen goes for the return, and he's through, and he checked, and he scored. Alan Hansen's first goal of the season, and what a beauty. Johnson running well up front. Oh, that's a superb ball to find in by McDermott, and Johnson could be in here, and he is. Johnson on the right, recovered from that injury. Beats one man, goes past 2, that's pulled back for Dalglish. Blocked by Ashcroft. Ray Kennedy with the right foot. Oh, and he's buried it in the corner. Ray Kennedy, the scorer.
By Christmas, Liverpool had opened up a 2-point lead at the top, with United now joined by Southampton and Arsenal. Disaster struck for Spurs against Man United in the FA Cup as goalkeeper Alexic was stretchered off, and the hunt is on for a replacement.
And it looks like Glenn Hoddle who's going in goal, which is a measure of the size of this disaster for Spurs. Glenn Hoddle, the talented midfield and forward player.
I was probably a bit naive at the time, but I said, well, I've played in goal in the park before. And that was it, the gloves were given me, and I thought, what have I got myself into?
0-0 after 90 minutes. The match went into extra time.
Pratt. Armstrong's header, Bailey's punch. 3 minutes to go. Million for Spurs. No score in the match so far. Ardiles. It's there. The Argentinian has done it. Glenn Hoddle comes sprinting out of the goal, having been in there for over an hour. And Ardiles and Hoddle, well, perhaps you should say these are the two outstanding men.
There's bad blood between Liverpool and Forest in the League Cup, as a controversial late penalty decision gives Forest victory.
He might find Bertels, but Hansen was in. Oh, penalty is it? It is! A penalty. Bertels was brought down. What a dramatic finish. A penalty to Nottingham Forest. The linesman flagged, he was certain. And it's gone the same way again, and Clements knew all about it, and the shot was still good enough to beat him. And John Robertson, the Forest penalty king, has given Forest the lead that they never looked like getting. Look at the players going towards Rob Chalice. Liverpool players are chasing into the dressing room, unhappy about the decision. You can see the argument still going on. Phil Thompson furious, and somehow or other Shilton kept Forest in it, and they scored with a last-minute penalty.
They're a difficult team to beat. That's an understatement. But as far as football goes, they could never hope to compete with us. I think if you ask their players that, they'll agree with me.
They were the measure for me of what everybody should be trying to achieve. And back when they were playing, I never looked forward to playing against them. I always knew we were never going to get a kick.
4 days later, in the FA Cup fourth round, the blood is still boiling.
And Johnson has also lost both boots. He just jumped right out of his boots. I suspect the reason was that big Larry Lloyd, between 15 and 16 stone solid, was standing on him. McGovern, handball, play waved on. Case. Oh, wild swing by Frank Gray. And McGovern in to sort things out. He's hardly big enough to do that. And being calmed down by Liverpool players. That's McDermott. Neil. And it was down and put straight in by Kenny Dalglish. And Shilton acknowledging that he was involved there. Well jumped by Hansen. Now Dalglish. Number 11 Souness, the three Scotsmen combining. Case for Liverpool. McDermott in close support. And going through the middle, Dalglish. Number 7. Off. Was that hands? And the flag's got up. It's a penalty. The defender fell. Needham handled the ball when he was on the ground, and McDermott gets the chance to test Shilton from the spot. No hope, sent the wrong way, and so McDermott makes it 2-0 for Liverpool.